Greetings, men of you class. Excited about this subject, Communist Manifesto. What a big and thought-provoking subject this is. What the Communist Manifesto seems to really do is take the Hegelian dialectic. The amazing thing about his synthesis of ideology, his synthesis of societal organization is everything he wants to create: a commune, a system that cares for the poor and for the worker and elevates the living standard of everyone and defeats oppression. Everything that he wants to create is actually found by applying the very biblical principles that he vehemently opposes and is trying to tear down. For example, when the Israelites came out of Egypt, the society that he organized and set forth and gave to Moses and to the tribes was more or less a theocratic democracy. Moses as prophet, but then underneath him were captains and leaders and judges that were picked out by the people as the best leaders of their groups of 50 and thousands and tens. So it's kind of a republic, democratic theocracy. And because at the end, once all of the leaders and elders were picked, there was a theocratic, spirit-filled group of 70 at the top of that system, and then Moses ahead of them. So a prophet at the top, spirit-filled judges underneath, and elected officials more or less beneath that. And what this society did was it mandated rest every seventh day, every seventh year, freedom from debts and slavery every 50th year. So that's every generation. So it prevented the very abuse of continued oppression and accumulation of wealth. That's the amazing thing, is when God judges the children of Israel and sends them into exile, he says, in 490 years, you have not given the land rest. And that was the other thing. You were supposed to give your fields, an Israelite was supposed to give his fields a year of rest every seventh year. And he says, in 490 years, you guys have never once given your fields rest. You've never once honored a time of Jubilee. So you've just continued to build a bourgeois, if you will, a community of commerce where the commercial and the rich continue to get richer, and the families that get powerful maintain that power and never return it. And so in the society that God had established, the widow was going to be taken care of. The orphan would be taken care of. And so the very things that he says are the fundamental blocks of oppression that must be torn down are actually the fundamental blocks necessary to prevent oppression: the family and land ownership. Because God gave the children of Israel eternal property rights. God said unto Joshua, I want you to divide the land among the tribes and then divide it by family. And so when it says in the year of Jubilee, the land would revert to the original families, it's actually an eternal inheritance of property that's going to make it possible to prevent an abuse of wealth. That's my take on it. I've studied this subject deeply, and I could go on for hours preaching. I could preach an entire sermon series on this, and it would be fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited to hear all y'all's take on that.